Paul and Mackenzie from The Real Mackenzie, and we're blowing it up on Capital Chaos. Stay tuned.
All right, this is the Mighty Z of Capital Chaos TV, and I'm hanging out here at the Uptown with Reed Mullin of Corrosion of Conformity. We're going to ask him some questions, and hopefully we can get some serious answers. How likely is that gonna?
Slim to none there, Daddy-o. No, I'll be truthful.
Okay, cool. Well, 1982 is the birth of COC, is that correct?
Pretty much, I think so, yeah. And, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, I've known Woody since like 5th grade or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what grade were you in when you hooked up, when you did COC?
I think towards the end of high school, then I dropped out and
have you
got my good enough diploma. And
have you since returned to get any schooling?
I got my GED. That's about it. I've been touring most of my whole life, so
wow.
Yeah.
But you did go and get your GED nonetheless.
Good enough diploma. I got that. Yeah.
And did you study for it, or did you just wing it?
Nah, I just winged it.
Yeah. I failed it the first time and took it 2 or 3 days later.
Right. Were you nervous?
I was drunk the first time. I think I might have been drunk the second time. It's just something that I think I
aced it the second time, huh?
I don't believe I aced it. I just sort of like
passed it.
Yeah, I passed it. Yeah. Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah, right.
And,
yeah, we started in '82. Like more. Woody and I were in 2 bands in Raleigh. We were in a band called No Labels, which was more DC sounding, like Minor Thready kind of.
Oh wow.
And he played bass in that. I played drums in that. And we had COC. And we went on tour together. We did our first tour, both bands, and met up with Suicidal on their first tour, Suicidal Tendencies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had one of their parents from Winnebago they took out with them, and they had Mike Muir had brought some friend of his named Mooney, this giant dude, and just purely for comical relief. And Psycho Micah would be like, "Mooney, eat that slug. I got my quarter right here." Mooney would obligingly pick up the slug and eat it.
Wow.
That was his only job, was to eat insects and bugs.
Sounds like he was taking advantage of the handicap for his own amusement.
I don't know how handicapped Mooney was, but he seemed to enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, nowadays
he make a whole lot of quarters. But I mean, a whole lot of money. I guess he did make some quarters because Psycho Micah made him do it every day.
He was probably very happy to be on tour with Psycho Micah and COC. That must have been, you know, the formative years.
Yeah, that was cool. And not long after that, we did our album Eye for an Eye, and then did a bigger tour. And then after that, we were friends with the Slayer guys. We got to know each other from playing in LA and stuff on the Eye for an Eye tour. And we ended up playing with them in Baltimore, and it was a great show. It was their first tour, I think. It was Haunting the Chapel. And they were cruising around in a Trans Am and a U-Haul truck. And they, after the show, they were like, "Man, we know you put your first album out yourselves, but you need to get on a real label." They said, "We're going to hook you up with Metal Blade." We thought they were just being nice. Well, I mean, they were being nice.
Right.
But anyway, we gave them our scoop. My dad had a fax machine, which is crazy back in 1984, you know? Anyway, so I gave him all that scoop, and sure enough, Monday morning, there was a contract from Brian Slagle and the Metal Blade guys. So they got us our first record deal.
That's amazing.
We did Animosity and Technocracy with Metal Blade.
And whose idea was Green Manalishi with the 2-prong crown?
Oh, that was all of it. I mean, all of us kind of liked metal and stuff before we gradually got into punk and stuff like that. So, you know, we all liked Iron Maiden, you know, particularly Paul Di'Anno stuff, and Priest and Sabbath, and you know what I mean? Slowly we got into stuff like the Stooges, and then Sex Pistols, and Circle Jerks, Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, Bad Brains, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So we liked all that stuff, and Woody used to be in a band that covered that song.
Oh, okay.
So we just started playing it because we liked it so much, you know? And and it just kind of ended up being on there. Yeah. On Eye for an Eye, I think we do an intro of that song Cornucopia.
The Black Sabbath song.
Yeah. That's on there, and one of the songs, Redneck, is really just Symptom of the Universe sped up.
Oh.
So there's all sorts of metal stuff in there that people might not know, you know?
Absolutely. I caught it right away. Now, you guys toured with Iron Maiden.
We did, yeah. Testament. We opened for Testament and Iron Maiden. I think it was like 91. That was during the Blind album, yeah.
Fear of the Dark?
Fear of the Dark. Yeah.
And,
that was crazy, yeah, Testament.
Were you in awe of Iron Maiden? Did you get to hang out? Or?
Totally, yeah. They're really cool to us, man. I mean, and plus it was an experience unlike we'd ever have. You know, in the old days we would play wherever we could, you know, backyards or bedrooms. I think we even played a pig farm once in El Paso.
Oh, nice, a pig farm, eh?
Yeah, we sure did.
Now, North Carolina is primarily known as a red state. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess it's purple now.
Oh, it's changed somewhat.
Yeah, kind of.
I see.
Yeah.
Is that because of the demise of Jesse Helms?
The demise of Jesse Helms. He seems like his ghost is popping up everywhere now, though, huh?
Well, and teacups here and there, I would imagine.
Yeah, teacups, right. Yeah, I don't know. There's been an influx of a lot of people that maybe don't necessarily share old Jesse's views from other states and stuff. Like, a lot of people moved into Raleigh and Durham and Chapel Hill, the triangle area where we live. And I think people are mellowing out a little bit. I mean, you're still going to have... I mean, it wasn't only like till 15, 20 years ago that you wouldn't go into Smithfield, North Carolina, which is like 15, 20 minutes away from Raleigh, and there was a billboard that said, "You're now entering Klan country," with a big hooded guy and a burning cross on it. This is on the side of the damn freeway. So, I mean, things have changed, but you got to realize they were still kind of fucked up not too long ago, you know? When we were sterilizing poor black folks in North Carolina, too, till the 70s.
Right. There's some things that are just, beyond the pale.
Yeah, totally.
Now we have a black president, so things are...
Do we?
He's actually... You know what? It's interesting that he's actually half white. And most of my redneck compadres, I believe, fail to see that. They only see the black part of it.
Yep.
Now, it's been a busy year for you. You have one full length, a reissue, an EP, and 2 videos.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Have you heard the little EP thing yet, the Scion thing?
You know what? I tried to go on the link to your website today, and it went to some job hunting site instead.
Wow. Are you looking for a job?
Actually, I'm not, but if I am, I know to go to the COC website and try to download the Megalodon.
Megalodon, yeah.
It's Megalodon, right?
Yeah, the Megalodon, yeah. The big old shark from the ancient times.
Right.
He's like a 60-foot great white shark.
It's pretty scary stuff. Have you ever swam in shark-infested waters?
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact, in Jamaica. I went scuba diving.
And was there a lifeguard around? Or?
No, I was underwater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You saw them.
Sharks were going, barracuda. Oh,
wow.
Moray eel poking his little head out. Actually, it was a big head. I was like, ah. But yeah, the Megalodon, we got some deal with Scion like a lot of other bands do, and recorded 5 tunes, wrote them pretty quick. Mike sings 4 of them. I sing the song The Megalodon. And we did a video for it, the song called Feed On.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Good stuff. So Feed On and Psycho Vampire.
Psychic Vampire. And The Money Changers.
Oh, so 3 videos.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a brand new one.
Feed On is the new one.
Oh, that's right. It's sort of black and white in the beginning, and then it gets a little colorful toward the end.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's interesting that the Toyota is supportive of heavy metal music.
That's weird, huh?
Weird?
Yeah, because like the Melvins told us about it, and
they've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Kevin Sharp from Brutal Truth told us about it quite some time ago. I guess they've been doing it for a while.
They have. They've been putting on shows, free shows throughout the country.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Free little festivals.
I mean, I guess it's working because they keep doing it. I don't know.
I guess so, I mean.
Hey, more power to them. I'm glad
it's broken, they'll fix it, right?
No shit, hell yeah.
You guys obviously came up in the 80s with the hardcore punk scene.
Yeah.
The Nazi skinheads and all that violence that was attributed to that. I don't know what happened to them. They just sort of disappeared. Was it a moment in time, you think?
Well, no, I think they're still around. They're either in jail or, at some militia place. But a lot of them are dead. Well, actually, a lot of the skinheads used to like us. Most of them didn't, but because they were Nazis and such. But there was some that liked us. But anyway, we got kind of sick of this stuff because they just used to like air shows and just beat anybody up, particularly long hairs, because that was like,
For sure.
the crossover stuff. And so we got kind of sick of it. And our Technocracy record we put, the only good thing about Skinheads is that they're biodegradable.
Oh, and you think they actually
But
were able to read?
Well, it took them about 6 months to figure out what biodegradable meant, but when they did, they were mad as hell. And
Did you get
and
confronted?
Oh yeah, many times. Hell yeah. Well, in New
about
York,
that particular issue?
well, they didn't talk about the biodegradable business. They just wanted to kill us, I think. They showed up. A CB show we did, determined to beat us up, and they changed their mind at the last second. Well, we like COC, fuck it. We won't beat them. But they ended up beating them this long hair and put him in the hospital.
Right. No, I've been a witness to many victims of
You're from
skinhead violence. I'm from the Northern California area. I used to go to the shows at the farm in San Francisco.
Mark Dagger.
He
was a bad guy.
The I think the Bay Area, or they had some
Bay Area
weird
skinheads?
Yeah, Bash Boys.
Yeah.
That whole thing. That was
fucked up.
I seen them. No, it wasn't. I saw the SF Thrashers beat some guy up because he was wearing a Dio shirt, and they beat it. They
surprised me,
beat the shit out of him. And the ones that I saw doing the most damage to this poor kid, eventually shaved their heads and became Nazi skinheads. It was like it's sort of natural progression for their dickheadedness.
Yeah, they were pretty bad, man. They were pretty awful. I remember we played Tampa, and another gang of skinheads came in to fuck with us, and they all got in the front, like seaguiling us and telling how they're going to beat the shit out of us. So we got off stage. Anyway, one of them had a Confederate battle flag and was holding it up in front of Mike Dean. And damn if Mike Dean didn't pull his pecker out and start pissing on it.
Nice.
Anyway, you can believe how mad they got then. So then they tried to rush the stage. Luckily, there was like 300 fans and only like 20 of them. So the fans got them out of the venue, but then they took it out on our van. So
it's amazing because it's been my experience that very few Nazi skinheads could terrorize hundreds of punk rockers that were, peace punks or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's sort of nice to hear that the tables were turned.
Yeah. Pissed on the battle flag. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, a trio, when I think of a trio, I think of Rush and Cream, Motorhead, ZZ Top. Mm-hmm. Is that a trio something that obviously people have fallen by the wayside. Is trio something that you've always wanted to get back to or do, or it just happened to be a thing?
It happened to be a thing, but at the core of CFC has been the three of us, so we were the ones that started the band. We also learned to play music together. Because when we first started, it was like rudimentary American hardcore punk.
Sure.
And, slowly we started getting a little bit better and pushing some weird time signatures in and maybe some more Sabbath-y kind of Void influences here and there and other stuff that we like. And we kind of turned into that thing. And it's really the core of the three of us. We've been lucky to have some good singers along the way, too.
Very fortunate.
Like Carl and Pepper.
Oh, yeah. Now, you just did the Barge to Hell with Possessed, Exodus, Behemoth.
Yeah, that's right. I had never seen Exodus before.
Oh, okay.
It was weird, man. Every time they were on tour or whatever, we missed them. So that was the first time I saw them. I didn't get to see them with the song's about a fish. I never got to see them. What was that, Bailoff?
That's right. Paul Bailoff.
There's blood up on the stage. This metal takes its place.
Bonded by blood.
So that was kind of cool, seeing them. Never seen Napalm before. Like there's a lot of old friends of ours, like the Sacred Right guys were on there.
Sure.
We know, a lot of those other folks we knew. So
Possessed were on there.
Possessed were on there. We played with Possessed on one of their first shows out of the Bay Area. They came down. What was their Debbie Bono?
Debbie Bono's their manager.
Yeah, and she drove them down to some show we did in the LA area in her station wagon.
Hey.
Yeah, it was great, man. They just kind of like started up and they had to change. There was no dressing room back in those days,
Right.
There was just the back of whatever place they were renting out to do the show. So those poor guys had to put all their spikes and stuff on in the station wagon.
Oh.
They were great though, man. It was fun.
Oh yeah, great band from back in the day.
Yeah.
And now on the inside photos of your Animosity album, did you who put that together? Who puts the photo collages together?
I think we all did. Yeah. I think the Animosity one, because a lot of that stuff is from Mabuhay Gardens.
Right.
I was playing there and stuff like that.
Because there's a picture of a guy that I know on there by the name of Tony the Dude. Does
yeah?
Tony the Dude sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Isn't he in that? What's that big book? That God, I forget.
Murder in the Front Row?
Is that it? It's like the picture book with the Bay Area thrash scene.
Right. The Harold O book.
Yeah. I think
He might be in there too.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Yeah.
Does he ring a bell to somebody that you might have known in passing?
I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Been a little while though.
Right. Thousands of people.
Yeah.
And,
Beers and beers.
What's that?
Nothing.
Beers and what?
Beers and beers ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you're on tour. You brought Saviors, or a Bay Area band.
Yeah.
Out with
And
you?
Yob were with us for a little bit too.
And Yob. Is Yob playing tonight?
No, unfortunately, no.
Oh wow. And what's next? More busyness for you guys?
Yeah, like you said, we did a lot of stuff this year. I mean, ordinarily, we put an album out and tour for a really long time, but this year we did the album with help from Dave Grohl. Let us record at his studio, and toured on that for a while, and did the Eye for an Eye like you were talking about, and we just did the Scion thing, 5-song thing. So we're pretty stoked, man. We're getting along great and having a fucking killer time, and I think we're going to probably start writing a new album at the beginning of the year.
Cool.
Yeah.
We look forward to it because your last album definitely kicks ass.
I appreciate that, man.
And thanks for
You're a good man, Charlie
Thanks
Brown.
for yeah, I've heard that before. Thanks for spending some time with us,
No, I
and
appreciate it.
have a great show.
Thanks.